Well, hey guys, welcome back to the house. Today we're outside. It's a beautiful day, Thursday, and the gnats the gnats are freaking terrible, driving the chickens crazy. But anyways, we're gonna try to get out here in the mill today. We got this red oak that's been sitting here for quite a few weeks now, and I need to get something done with it because I need it off the mill. So like I said when I loaded it on here, this is a low grade red oak. I mean, honestly, it should probably just go to firewood, but I don't need any more firewood. I've got plenty of firewood. So what I do need is some stickers for stacking and drying lumber. And red oak and white oak are obviously great for that. I have a bunch of pine stickers already, but they just don't last long. They break real easy. So I think we're going to whack this thing up and pretty much 1 inch by 1 inch stickers, get it off the mill so I can continue on with some better lumber anyways. So once I get that red oak off, I have these walnuts that we got in a couple weeks ago from that tree service guy up there. Again, they're not great. There's probably not a lot of lumber in them. This one's decent by the time I cut it in half. This one here, not so much. Might end up firewood, but I think we can get some lumber out of it. But I have these elms here that I want to get cut up. That's all ash on the bottom row of that one over there. And I need to get that done before it rots, basically. So now we got this thing down to a good sized cant and cleaned up and most of the bark off it. We're going to do a blade change. So that blade was pretty much junk anyways. It should have been changed probably before we started, but there was a lot of dirt on that log. I didn't want to ruin a new blade. Makes sense, right? So we ran it down with that one, got down to a cant. Now we'll switch it out. Send this blade off to get sharpened. And it looks like we're going to need a drive belt pretty quick. It's starting to shred over here. Just noticed up here, see that belt starting to let go right there. I'm going to cut that off, I think. So as you can see, we're into the basically the pith of the tree, real close to the center, probably a little past it, but you can pretty much see why you don't use the pith or the center of the tree on a hardwood tree. They're pretty much garbage, and the ants are just very upset with me right now. So at this point, pretty much everything's slabbed into 1-inch slabs. So now I don't think I'm going to do it all at once. I think I'm going to stack. I think I'm going to flip this one up, take all of them down to 1 inch. So that'll give us our 1x1s. We'll throw that up on the tractor, and then we'll put that second set on and dice them up. But first, I think we're going to go get some lunch. I promised the daughter a ride on the bike, go get some lunch today, so we're going to take an hour, run up to town, grab a quick lunch, and we'll get back to it. Well, we made it back for lunch. Unfortunately, it was a little over an hour. Actually, it was about almost 3. So that was the daughter's first ride on that street glide that we built. I don't know if you've seen that video, but I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. But that was our first ride on a motorcycle, basically. So it was 18 miles to Jimmy John's, 18 miles back, and I think it took us 90 miles to make it. So we ended up jumping all over the place, hit a couple small towns, a bunch of back roads. It was a nice ride, but anyways, boy, the answer, man. Look at them lazy birds. Just hanging out, living their best life. Aren't you? Anyways, that's going to wrap up our sticker party. Again, that friggin' log was garbage. I mean, we got a lot of good stickers in it, but there was no real good lumber in it whatsoever. So at the end of the day, the stickers were the only thing that were of real value in there, and still, they're not that great. We're gonna have to chop through a lot of garbage, but we'll get a lot of good stickers out of it, and they'll last, quite a few years. So it probably still would have been better off as firewood, but honestly, I don't even know if it would have made good firewood. There was a lot of rot distributed throughout the log, so anyways, it is what it is, right? We'll just chop up another one. So next time on the mill, we're going to throw this walnut on. Now this thing's a little over 11 feet long. What do we got, 14-inch diameter? So again, there's not a lot of good lumber in there, but I think I'm going to cut it in half, simply because you can see the bow in that thing. So I'm going to cut into 5-footers. We are not going to slab it just because there's not a lot of material in it. So we're going to cut some 4/4 boards out of it. For what, I don't know, but that's what we're going to do with it. So next time we'll get that one on the mill, dice that one up, and then we're going to see if we can pull some lumber out of this walnut here, and then we'll stack all that stuff up and get it set aside for a future project. So that's going to wrap up today's sawmilling video, I think. The gnats are terrible out here. They're just about carrying me away. So I'm going to get cleaned up, get this lumber put somewhere to dry, and then we'll next time we'll get that walnut on. I do appreciate you watching. Appreciate anybody that did subscribe today, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.